Car insurance premiums keep going up, and you're affected whether you drive safe or have 3 DUIs under your belt. But that's just one piece of this crisis, so let's see what's actually happening to drivers right now.
I don't know what they expect people to do. My credit score's 800. I'll be 25 in 2 weeks. Yet my car insurance in the last 2 years went from 220 to 270, now to 320. I give them a call. They said, sir, there's nothing we can do. We're getting calls. Our phones are off the hook because people all over the place, apparently, their insurance went up too. Am I alone in this? But not for nothing. I'm paying nearly $900 a month for a Nissan Rogue Sport. Do you not? I'm paying $1,000 a month to not look masculine at all.
You'd think that even if you were a model citizen and on paper you were the safest, most reliable driver of all time, your policy would eventually go down or at worst stay the same. But that's just not the case anymore because your actions and your driving history don't matter as much as you think. Because if there's like a major fire in your city or crime goes up or you bought a car that was the wrong color, you're screwed, just like everyone else. Still though, in almost every state, an 800 credit score matters a lot more than you'd think. With an 800 credit score, your 6-month premium will be on average $1,060, but with a poor credit score, you're looking at $2,340 to insure your car for 6 months. So a good score helps to some extent, but it clearly won't save you, like this guy.
I feel like paying my car insurance on time is a punishment because nobody in Atlanta has car insurance. If you get in an accident, guaranteed 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna end up paying your deductible and just having to deal with it on your own. Because the amount of people in Atlanta that do not have car insurance is absolutely ridiculous. The adjusters get on here every day talking about the amount of people that do not have car insurance in Atlanta or do not have the right policy in general. My car insurance just doubled. I got in no accidents, none. I didn't get a single ticket. Nothing. I haven't gotten a ticket in 7 years. I haven't gotten in an accident. I've never gotten an at-fault accident. All the accidents I have been in, people have hit me. Yet my insurance doubled. And I call myself trying to shop around. If I leave Geico, it's going to go up even more. And it's all because people don't have insurance. So it's like I'm being punished for being responsible. That's adulting for you.
Yeah, it's actually insane to see how many people actually drive without car insurance illegally. 12 to 19% of Georgia drivers break the law every time they drive because they don't have any car insurance. So you play Russian roulette every time you're behind the wheel and just hope that if someone does hit you, then it's someone with a policy. And depending on the state you live in, your insurer might be legally allowed to increase your premium because someone hit you and they didn't have insurance.
Do not get Progressive car insurance. I just got car insurance for the first time because I just bought a car for the first time. And literally a month after, some guy ran a red light and crashed right into my new car. Also, I'm aware that my skin is peely. I got super sunburned last week. Anyways, the guy that hit me was so nice, and he has Progressive, and he was just super cooperative and kind. Progressive, on the other hand, no, not cooperative at all. I give them my statement, and then I don't hear from them for like a week, and I'm like, okay, whatever. People are busy. People live lives. I called every morning for like maybe a month to get in contact with them. And when I finally got in contact with the woman that was assigned to my claim, she was like, we don't have a statement from him, so we can't proceed until we have that. So I call the guy because we're homies now at this point. And he's like, yeah, I gave them my statement a month ago. So the woman who worked at Progressive was mad capping. I spent another week trying to get in contact with them, calling them every morning and every afternoon because she doesn't answer her phone and neither does her supervisor. Finally, she called me back this morning at 7 a.m. I was asleep. And she left a message for me saying, hi, Chelsea, I don't know why you're calling me. I'm calling you because your client hit my car. And she said, you need to file this with your insurance company because our client can't afford the damages. Me, not knowing what to do because I've never been in an accident and I just got this car, calls my insurance company. I tell them what was happening and my insurance company was like, that's so unprofessional. That's not what's supposed to happen. They told me they're supposed to cover the damages, not you. Anyways, I'm finally getting my car fixed, but I have to pay the deductible, which is $500, which is a lot, but you know, it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
I'm not an attorney, but there has to be at least like 3 laws being broken here. You have one job as an insurance provider, and that is to insure. And no wonder there's so many people uninsured now, because if you're being charged 2x more than you were 5 years ago, and then you get into a car accident and your insurance company tells you to kick rocks and then ghosts you, it's like, what's the point anymore? And then the people who are insured get the short end of the stick because their premium shoots up because no one else on the road has coverage. It's just frustrating.
If someone hit your car and their insurance accepted liability, do not close your case until you've done this. Call their insurance and request a diminished value claim. Most people have never heard of this. Your car is worth less now because of the accident history on the Carfax, even though it's been fixed. They owe you that difference and will never bring it up voluntarily. You also need to go check carinjurycalculator.com. It's completely free and will connect you with the lawyer that you need for free.
I can't speak on the website that you recommended, but you should absolutely file a diminished value claim if you're not at fault. And of course, insurance companies won't tell you about this because they, 1, legally don't have to, and 2, don't have your best interest in mind. I think this is just another really good example that when it comes to most major insurance companies, they're more interested in protecting themselves than you. So don't feel like you have to be loyal to your insurance provider because they don't care about your wallet anyways.
Allstate just called me and said that they could offer me a lower car insurance rate than what I'm paying now. They asked me what I'm paying. I said 0. He's like, you don't pay for car insurance? I said, no, I haven't paid in like 3 years on any of my cars. He goes, you have multiple cars? I have 2. Okay, I haven't paid insurance in like 3 years. I've probably saved $20,000. And he goes, you know that's illegal. And I was like, I've saved $20,000. I was like, on DoorDash, bro, I label my car as a bicycle, so I don't even have to register it as a car. Real mullet kid out.
What was that noise? That's just fraud. Surprisingly common fraud. The average driver pays about $1,200 every 6 months for car insurance. So for 2 cars for over 3 years, he probably saved about $14,000 by driving dirty, which is just absurd. $14,000 to insure 2 cars for 3 years, that just feels gross. And that's assuming he's the average. My car insurance is actually more than my car payment, probably because I'm 23 in Los Angeles, which might be the worst city to have car insurance in, but I will continue to drive legally, unfortunately.
I don't know what car insurance you have. I personally have Progressive. The way that I get a cheaper quote every single time after my 6 months is up is I just every single time go to the Progressive website, boop, 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 plug in all my information again. Yes, it takes a few minutes of my time instead of automatically accepting their renewal fee. And then almost every single time it's $100 to $150 cheaper every single time, sometimes even more. And I've had quite a few friends who can attest to this and say the exact same thing. So if you always auto renew, don't. Just plug it into the website and get their quote and then do that with like an agent or something, but you will save money, I promise.
I don't know how you feel watching that video. Maybe you think, oh, thank you, nice lady, for the great tip. I feel pissed off. Because sure, it's a helpful tip, but it shouldn't have to be a tip in the first place. When your rate goes up and you call your provider, they just kind of play stupid and act like, oh, I can't do anything about it. It's the algorithm. That's just what my computer says. But your algorithm is unethical. This is called price optimization, when one of the factors that determines your car insurance rate is how likely you are to shop around for a new policy, and the more likely you are to leave them, the better price you're going to get. So if you just renew and you never push back, they're going to take advantage of you legally. So just shop your insurance policy every 6 months. It's almost always worth your time.
So we just got a call from someone who was involved in a car accident, and they aren't gonna get anything, and here's why. The person that caused the accident had zero insurance, and the potential client who called our office had insurance, but they didn't have UIM. So they are in a situation where they're not going to get anything, and that sucks. I'm telling everyone this so they don't end up in that situation. So make sure you have UIM on your policy. If you don't know what that is, call your insurance broker. If you don't have one, find one. If you need one, let me know. And don't end up like this person, all right?
I don't understand why he wouldn't just say what UIM or UM is. But those stand for underinsured motorist and uninsured motorist coverage, and you absolutely need to get this no matter what. Some people don't add this to their policy to try to save a couple bucks, but it's not worth going bankrupt trying to save a couple bucks up front by not getting this covered, because if someone without insurance hits you and you're not covered for that specific person, you're screwed. Where I live, 16% of motorists are completely uninsured, and the likelihood of an accident in my city is 82% higher than the national average. Those are not good odds.
These are 3 things your car insurance company is never going to tell you. For number 1, your credit score affects your insurance rate way more than your driving record does in most states. Most people do not know this, especially new drivers, but insurance companies are legally allowed to charge you more simply because your car insurance is low, even if you've never been in an accident before. A bad credit score can cost you hundreds more a year in premiums with no correlation to how you actually drive. And in some states, it can raise your rate by over 300%. For number 2, if you do not file a claim, your insurance company can still raise your rate. They like to call it an inflationary adjustment. You pay it every month, you never ask for anything, and they still go up. Most people don't even question the new number on their bill, and that is exactly what these companies want you to do. And for number 3, your insurance company already knows that you're never switching up. Listen, it is okay to be loyal to your partner, but it is not okay to be loyal to something that is stabbing your pockets. And if it is your partner, leave. Studies show that most people stay with the same insurance company for over 10 years, so they slowly raise the rates thinking that you'll still stay. Just like you shop around at different car dealerships for the best price of your new car, the second you start comparing these prices from these insurance companies, they have to compete.
Completely spot on. And by sticking with the same insurance company for that long, 10 years plus, you've probably missed out on saving thousands of dollars. And the stupidest thing about all this is that on average, a really bad credit score is usually worse than a really bad driving history. If you look at driving history, right, and you go from 0 driving violations to a DUI, your average premium will be about 98% higher. But if you go from an 800 credit score down to a 500 credit score, your average premium will be 120% higher. How can you justify that? A 500 credit score is bad, but a DUI? Really? We've lost the plot.
Hey Progressive, is it super common for you guys not to pay out when your customers plow through someone's front yard? Because y'all are telling me you're not gonna pay for my fence. Y'all are also telling me you're not gonna provide a rental so my husband can drive his hour commute to work. You're telling me that I have to use my insurance when my car was parked at home.
She was very angry, but I understand why. I know this is just a small batch of videos, but Progressive seems kind of shady. Just a little shady. The fact that someone can drive into your front yard, demolish your fence, damage your car, and your insurance provider says, "Oh, that's not my problem. Sorry, that's not my problem." And I'm sure they get away with doing this a lot.
So I just got into a car accident. Skill issue. Right. So are you gonna cover the damages? What would give you the impression that I would pay for anything? Just the general definition of what car insurance is, I think, is what gave me that impression. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more information. How about the fact that I've been paying a monthly premium on time for 10 years with you guys? And we thank you for giving us so much of your money. So much. But we're not gonna cover anything. Then what the is the point of you guys? I'm supposed to be insured. It's supposed to prevent me from getting into an accident and having to pay extreme amounts of money for the damages, but it seems like I still have to pay for all of the damages. I'm not going to pay a dime. Okay, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that. All right, but what I will do is I will raise the amount of money you have to pay monthly because you got into a car accident. I can't believe I'm forced to have this.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the bottom line here is that insurance companies are not looking out for you. Duh. You need to shop your rate. Loyalty is not rewarded. And as much as this situation might make you want to drive dirty, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm just going to keep paying my premiums spitefully. But thank you, my friends, for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time.